Completed the rest of chapter 1 problems. I skipped a few in the applications, but I did all the supplemental problems. I already started on chapter 2, but that's gonna go in a different video. So yeah, this is all about the latter part of chapter 1. And then of course, this means that I did 75 problems for this batch, and so I'm up to 312 problems. And I'm a little ahead, but I'm also trying to get ahead because there are summer vacations in here where I won't be putting out any video. So I'll put the video ahead of time, a week ahead, so that there's always one video every week. That's really where that's at. So yeah, lots of fun working on problems. Show the book. So this was, let me make sure I know where I am. So this was section 1.8. Yeah, section 1.8 and later. Right, so matrix transformations. These T matrices. Their relationships, they're linear, of course, linear transformations. Then finding the transformation matrix, right here, the so-called standard matrix. Problems. Then for linear systems, I did work on some of these problems, I think all of them actually. But then when I got to circuits, I just didn't like the way this was done. And I'm really gearing up for abstract algebra in here, so it just wasn't going to do anything for me. And I skipped the chemical business. But I did do problems for the figuring out what the equation is when it intersects multiple points. I did work on those. And then I read the Leontief input-output models, but I did not work on any problems. I thought it was interesting, but when I looked at the problems, they weren't really, I didn't feel like they were going to add anything to what I'm doing. I felt that way, so I didn't do them. Then, of course, for supplementary problems, that was different. I actually attempted all of them. And that's really the heart of what I did for this particular iteration. And you'll see what I mean. So, see, that's an old update. These are old updates. Right, so then, of course, transformations. Missed a comma. You got to get your commas right when they give you the transformation vector, because each one of these, the comma is a delimiter for the dimensions. And so in this one, I missed a comma. Yeah, there was a little more to these, so I'll come back to them. A little more of how to explain these transformations. I gave us an answer that's too simple. I had this originally correct, and then I erased it. I thought, no, it can't be that I just add all the matrices to get 2, 5, 6, and sure enough, I was wrong. Then got two of the true and false incorrect. I like to write them out. I'm finding the true and false questions to be very useful. The traffic pattern problems, definitely worth doing for me. Very matrixy and interesting to me. And then the fitting for a function, I also worked on those. Yeah, trying to figure out what the function is. And then, of course, this is really the bulk of what I did for this particular iteration. All of the supplementary problems attempted. And I think I'll make a note of one that I screwed up. I screwed this one up, even though it does have a unique solution. I'll have to come back to it. I was like, I got into a corner. I was like, okay, I got to keep going because I want to do a lot. And sure enough, I'm glad that I saved the time because I did pretty well in all the ones for which the book, the little exercise book has answers, which is up to problem 17. Problem 13, C, was it C? Yeah, just was hard. It turned out to be pretty hard, and I just kept getting it wrong. I kept getting it wrong. And then I realized that I did not trust myself when I actually had the answer because the numbers got pretty big. I was like, it can't be, it cannot be that's the answer. There's got to be a simpler answer. Well, actually, that's the answer. And so I repeated the whole thing. And then when I started multiplying, I realized that I had made a couple of arithmetic errors in here. And sure enough, I did get it right. And there is an answer. This answer I was able to check. And of course, al fin, at last. More fitting of functions. Yeah, the problems in the supplementary problems are a little harder, and I like that. Gave myself a half a credit for trying for this relationship, but I did an example, and I proved to myself, yeah, it does work for n equals 3. I just couldn't make it work. Could not make it work. And then, of course, I have no answers for the rest, but I did go the distance and work on every single one of the problems. And I think I got them right, most of them. And that's the end of chapter 1.